Britain is keen to support Ukraine in its war with Russia. Here, soldiers train Ukrainian recruits in the UK. But underfunded and facing further cuts, the British Army is in need of help too. And defence ministers appear to agree.
The serial underinvestment in the army over decades has led to the point where the army is in urgent need of recapitalisation. The Chancellor and the Prime Minister get that, and there's a budget coming.
His boss knows there are challenges, but says he has a plan to reverse the decline.
What we're seeing now is the consequences of hollowing out. And, as a Defence Secretary, I've always said I'm not going to pretend things are perfect. I'm not going to sort of say, look over here, look at the red arrows and shoot me the colour. I'm going to actually say, that's what's going on behind the scenes, and we're going to try and fix it.
The comments came after Sky News revealed that a US general had said the British Army is no longer regarded as a top-level fighting force. Opposition politicians were scathing about the downgrade, even though past Labour governments were also to blame.
Well, I think it's very concerning that these are the conversations that our allies are having around UK forces. I think it also raises some very serious questions about whether the government can be trusted to look after our defence and security at such a critical time.
Rishi Sunak defended his record, but all eyes will be on whether he decides to give any more money to the military in his spring budget.
When I was Chancellor, we increased funding in the armed forces by a record amount as well, because we recognised that the world had changed and was becoming a less safe place, and that needed extra resourcing. So that's gone in, and again, we need to make sure that goes on all the right things, but that's what we're doing.
The Prime Minister rightly says that back in 2020, the government injected an extra £16 billion into defence. But what's not mentioned is that wasn't as much as the military had been asking for to plug capability gaps. Since then, you've had the war here in Ukraine, increased security threats, and a renewed sense of urgency that the army can't be allowed to break. With Russia's war still raging, defence sources say they hope the Prime Minister will agree. Deborah Haynes, Sky News, Kyiv.